functional infusions, and later ages we have ergot-derived dopamine agonists, but they are no longer used, for example, for treatment of Parkinson's disease because there is a risk of Parkinson's. So, third layer of pharmacotherapy is represented by what is benefit in early stage monotherapy, but they can be used for adjuvant treatment as well. They inhibit the monoamino oxidase 3 enzyme, which is responsible for dopamine metabolism in the brain. Celebrating has to be administered twice daily in the morning and before 2 p.m. to avoid insomnia because it's activating agent. And they are mostly prescribed for theoretic intake. Adverse reactions are insomnia, postural hypotension, and falls, and you have to be aware of serotonin syndrome risk when combining the drugs with serotonin medication and SSRIs, etc., using the antidepressants and opioids. The fourth layer, we are moving on to adjuvant part of therapy, is practical omega-transferase inhibitors. They are only adjuvant, as I said already, and they are reserved for patients with flaring of periods, and they are available in triple combination tablets of gel with levodopa PDI. They inhibit the peripheral breakdown of levodopa, which results in the prolongation of half-life of levodopa and also increase the plasma levels. And as a result, the off time of levodopa is reduced by 1.5 hour. Ontampepone is has to be administered with every single dose of levodopa, and the levodopa dose has to be then reduced by 10 to 30%. We have some concerns or had some concerns about the cardiovascular risk of this drug, and we have to be careful in patients after myocardial infarction or ischemic heart disease, for example. Ontampepone has to be administered 3 times a day, and with more adverse effects, for example, severe hepatotoxicity, so ontampepone is usually preferred in practice. Fifth layer is represented by single drug, amantadine, which is only adjuvant treatment for patients with severe dyskinesias level of administration. In terms of rigidity, tremor and rigidity, dyskinesia, tremor and rigidity, there is only mild improvement. But it's only weak dopamine agonist. And most common adverse effects are palpitation, people are feeling like high heartbeat, and confusion. And the last group of pyramid on the top regards to the anticholinergic spider-related dystrophy, and there are only used to reduce bothersome tremor in patients with Parkinson's disease, and they have to be administered only to patients under 55 years of age because they are anticholinergics and they can affect cognition, so we should not administer these agents to older people and patients with cognitive impairment. But in psychiatry, we use them very often for treatment drug-induced Parkinsonism after antipsychotics administration. They are inhibiting cholinergic neurotransmission because Parkinson's disease is lack of dopamine and surplus of acetylcholine, so we block the acetylcholine receptors, then you get relief from tremor, and their adverse effects are not very well known. Sedation, confusion, diagnosis, so in terms of pharmaceutical care, there are several topics which can be covered by pharmacists, especially drug interactions, adjustment of timing and doses of medication, education of the patients, and supporting their compliance and adverse drug management. And we will deal with these topics during the afternoon workshop more in detail. And at the end of my presentation, I would like to go through several special situations which are also visible here during the therapy of Parkinson's. There's one is dopamine agonist withdrawal syndrome, which might appear when you withdraw dopaminergic drug very fast. It has to be peppered slowly, because there is a risk of severe motor complications, and later reasons for depression occurrence has to be also monitored. The second one is impulse control disorder. It can appear in form, for example, excessive gambling, hypersexuality, and the dose, it's recommended to reduce the dose. Sometimes it's necessary to use dopamine agonists as well. The third one is dopamine dysregulation syndrome, which is excessive intake of levodopa. We can say that dependency on levodopa, the patient increase its doses by themselves, and this can also lead to adverse reactions as hypersexuality, impulsive controls, impulsive behavior, manic or psychotic symptoms. So the dose reduction is also necessary, and in case of manic or psychotic symptoms, we have to administer antipsychotics. Orthostatic hypotension can be cause of the disease or cause of the medication. We have to maintain adequate salt and water intake, sometimes recommended in severe cases to administer food supplement. And I was talking about two psychiatric symptoms, depression and psychosis already. So depression is very common. About 40% of Parkinson, of patients with Parkinson disease suffer from depression, depressive symptoms. SSRIs are drugs of choice, especially sertraline, and psychosis is presented usually in form of visual hallucinations, and in severe cases, we also have to administer antipsychotics when having that as first choice. So these are the references for the lecture I have used, and I would like to thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Taskova, for this very interesting introduction to the treatment of Parkinson's disease. The first speaker will join us online. I would like to introduce Doctor of Pharmacy, Carlos Matos, an assistant professor and researcher at the University of Algarve, Portugal. Dr. Matos will help us understand novel approaches to the treatment of rare disease with a special focus on gene therapy medicines.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Should I start? Yeah. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Carlos Max, and I'm very pleased to be making this presentation for you. I am very sorry for not being able to attend the meeting personally, but I'm very happy to participate, and I wish all the best for your progress. I don't know if we can have questions at the end, but if there is opportunity for having questions, I'm happy to answer them at the end. So I will be talking about novel approaches to the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases. Mainly, these approaches are approaches of gene therapy, which is a subject that I don't know if everyone has heard about it. So I will introduce the subject of gene therapy first, and then I will talk very briefly about the research work that I've been involved in. So first, I would like just to present myself. My name is Carlos Mach. I have a background in biology. I have a bachelor's and a master's and a PhD in biology. But interestingly, very recently, I started studying pharmaceutical sciences. I'm a fifth year student, so I'm very happy to participate in this congress also because of this. I'm here in Faro, in the south of Portugal, which is a very sunny and lovely city with beaches all around. So, what is gene therapy? I don't know if you have heard of it. The concept of gene therapy is not really new, something that seems like taken from science fiction, but is now reality. Gene therapy medicines are grouped under the Advanced Therapy Medicinal Products by the European Medicines Agency, and they are products that have a biological source and have in common the fact that this gene therapy medicines they use genes to as a way to have a therapeutic, prophylactic, or diagnostic effect of a human disease. Right now, the concepts are changing a bit. So, gene therapy can be understood as a group of medicines that use nucleic acids, so DNA or RNA. But this is changing a bit. But for this presentation now and the one that I will be making workshop later today, I think gene therapy as being a group of medicines that use nucleic acids to treat human cells. So the concept of gene therapy arose almost 50 years ago in a paper in Nature magazine in the 70s. And the idea was that the authors proposed that soon diseases could be treated inserting the nucleic acid as a way of treating. This DNA fragment will be needed by direct to the cell or through the virus. This idea that comes from science fiction book. It's now a reality, and as of the year of 2020, between FDA and EMA, there were around 13 medicinal products that use gene therapy. The majority of them are products that are used to treat some specific types of cancer, and the other part are products that are used to treat rare diseases with a genetic component. So, what can be accomplished by gene therapy? Well, firstly, if you imagine that some human diseases are caused by the fact that there are genes that are not functional, or that are only partially functional, or that their expression levels are very low, gene therapy can be a way to supplement the gene functions that are not present. So, if, for example, there is a disease that is caused by the loss of function of a particular gene, we can deliver that gene to the person, and the gene function will be established. So this is like a gene supplementation of gene augmentation therapy strategy. Conversely, there are other diseases that are caused by the fact that some gene is negative in the cell. It causes some type of cytotoxicity, the cell becomes dysfunctional, so it would be advantageous if we could block the expression of that particular gene. So gene therapy can also be used to do that. We have a group of strategies that can be used to block the expression of particular genes, and in that way inhibit those toxic events that arise. The ideal case would be to correct the genes that are altered. So if we have a mutation that is responsible for a certain type of disease, it would be really advantageous if we have some tools that could correct the gene that is altered, and that way we block it through something like a molecular surgery, we could get a correction of that gene. And right now, with gene editing tools that have been recently developed, this is also a study that we can approach. And actually, in the afternoon, I will be talking about gene editing and how it can be used to treat human diseases. Finally, there is a fourth strategy of gene editing that is mainly applied to cancer. It's named suicide therapy because the idea is that we introduce some type of gene or nucleic acid, leading cells to die. This is of course advantageous when we have population of cells that keeps on dividing and causing disease like cancer, and that way we can control some proliferation. So I hope you all are following my explanation. we introduce nucleic acids in cells with therapy in view. So there are lots of different approaches to administration of nucleic acids into human cells. We can classify these methods into different groups. So we have mainly two types. We have viral vectors, which are probably the main vectors used for gene therapy, as we will see later. But we also have non-viral vectors. These non-viral vectors can be physical methods that mainly what they do is to turn the cell members more permeable to nucleic acids. And we have a group of methods that are of chemical nature. Some are liquid-based methods, so we use like liposome formulations to encapsulate nucleic acids and deliver them to cells, but we can also use polymer-based nanoparticles, for example, or particles made up of inorganic materials such as metals or silk. The majority of gene therapy approaches that reach clinical trials, at least as of 2017, they use virus as a vector, because as you know, virus are infectious agents that have evolved throughout the millennia to be specialized in introducing nucleic acids to cells. So they have lots of advantages in this regard. Of course, we don't use the virus as the virus that are used for gene therapy. They have been modified so that they don't cause disease. Okay, what they do is just to carry and deliver the nucleic acids, but they are based on viruses that originally cause immune disease. So the main viruses that are used for gene therapy are lentivirus, which is a group of viruses which belong to the HIV virus, adenovirus, and associated virus, which have also advantages, and is the one the pharmaceutical industry is moving forward with right now, and there are other types of viruses that are also used as a gene therapy factor. So, and how are these viruses or particles administered? There are mainly two routes of administration. We have therapies that are in vivo therapies, and other therapies that are ex vivo. The idea of in vivo therapies is that we administer directly the vector